Good. Hold on. What's happening? Okay. Can y'all hear me? I mean, I have some weird like audio feedback. Nope. Yep, it's still happening. Oh, I see what's going on. I had a tab open. All right, everybody good? Y'all good in the comments? Hey, Riley. Hey, Correa. Hey, Metal Theologian. How y'all doing? Can hear? Good, good. Thank you, thank you. All right. My video is grainy and my audio is off. Not sure what I can do about that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the intro, and then hopefully we're going to play to the blood. We're going to pray to the blood god that everything is fixed after the intro. Y'all ready?
Hold on to your butts.
And just like that, everything is golden, right? Y'all can hear me okay now? There's no delay in the audio. By the way, we're also live on TikTok. Hi, TikTok. Hail to the blood god, absolutely. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, what I want to do tonight, I had a guest lined up for tonight, a pretty high profile guest, but they canceled on me last minute for medical reasons. So, I found on Quizlet a study guide that was created. Hey, Jimothy. Oh, that's not Jimothy. Hey, Tanis. All right. So anyway, I was cruising on Quizlet. If you don't know, Quizlet is a website where you can find flashcards for pretty much any it's like a social media site where you make flashcards. That's basically it. So if you go to a certain school and you're attending a certain class, you can make flashcards to prepare for a exam for this class. It's something I used pretty heavily when I was in college. And recently, just for shits and giggles, I looked up Bart Ehrman and I discovered, hey, someone created flashcards for his class to prepare for his exam. And I went through like 8 or 10 of them, and I stopped myself and I was like, wait, this would be fun to do during a stream. So there's 67 cards. So I figured, hey, let's go through these, see how we're gonna do. And if I get any wrong or even right, I'm gonna take a sip. So, y'all ready? Here we go. All right. Also, hi TikTok. Haven't forgotten about y'all. So the first question. I'll read all the questions for you guys on TikTok because you can't see. I have the feed on my YouTube, but so the first question anyway is the technical term for the official closed list of books or writings that are considered sacred scripture and hence authoritative by a religious body is the blank. What do y'all think? What's the answer here? The technical term for the official closed list of books or writings. There you go. Anybody? They got it on TikTok. Y'all on you. There we go, Metal Theologian. That is correct. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Canon. Yep. Rebel Rabbi, of course. Very good. We're off to a solid start. How do I go to the next card? I don't even know. Do I click the check? Okay. In what year did Athanasius name the current 27 books of the New Testament as authoritative? Ooh, this is a tough one. In what year did Athanasius name the current 27 books of the New Testament as authoritative? Yeah, Omni Kevlar. That's good. Yeah, 367, maybe 375, somewhere around there. Not 600s. It was mid 4th century, mid to late 4th century. Yeah, I think 367, 375 ish. Sounds about right. All right. All ready? Here's the answer. 367. Hey. Omni Kevlar. Good guess. Riley? Yep. Yep, mid to late 4th century. 367. That's when Bishop Athanasius he produced a every year for Easter. He wrote a letter to the Roman Empire, and on this particular year, he wrote his list of preferred books of the New Testament canon. Prior to that, it was heavily disputed. Even after that, it was disputed, but not quite as heavily. But this is the list that stuck. This is when the books that are in our New Testament today, this is where it came from. 367. Ephesus, yeah. Yeah, he did good Omni Kevlar. All right, next question. How many epistles are in the New Testament? Epistles. How many epistles? 13, 14? No, 27. 27 is the books in the New Testament. Yeah, there we go. 13. All right, we got 12. We got 13. Ready for the answer? Oh, shit. What the hell? I had the wrong button. How do I go back? Here we go. 21? That doesn't make sense. 21 epistles? That doesn't make sense. I don't know how I feel about that. Whoever made these flashcards, I think, was wrong on this one. Anyway. All right. Yeah, everything minus the Gospels, Acts, and Revelation. Yeah, which would be like... Well, no, you also have... It depends. Do you include Hebrews in that? Do you include First and Second Peter? This is one of those questions that gets kind of like nuanced. Google it. We got 67 cards to go through, so I'm going to hold off on the Googling. I will take a drink, though. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Do I not look okay? All right. Shit. Okay. Scholars think Jesus was born around blank and crucified around blank. They think he was born around 380. Wait, what do y'all think? Scholars think Jesus was born around blank and crucified around blank. This is an easy one. Should be anyway. They're all epistles. Some are just fake. Yeah, that's fair. 4 BC to around 30-33. Good, good. Dustin died in 30s. Close. I think these questions are difficult to answer because scholars differ on these kinds of questions. So, like, scholars think Jesus was born around blank. Some scholars will say 180. Some scholars will say 3 BCE. Some scholars will say 3 AD or CE. So it's difficult to answer. I'm going to say scholars think Jesus was born around 3 AD and crucified around 33 AD. 4 BCE and crucified around 30 CE. Okay. Hold on. Okay. That would mean Jesus was about 40 when he was crucified? Okay. Again, this is Bart Ehrman. This is his class. This is what he teaches. So not everybody agrees. But interesting. Okay. Yeah, we're splitting hairs at this point with these kinds of questions. But it's all good. We're having fun. Most Jews around Mediterranean were I don't know what this question's asking. Most Jews around Mediterranean were Pharisees? Is that what it's asking? We're just gonna find this answer together. Greek, that's a good answer. Unaffiliated. Oh, really? Hold on. Hold on. Where the fuck is most Jews around Mediterranean were unaffiliated. What? I guess that's true. Maybe. It's definitely not the answer I would have given if I was taking this test, though. So I'm going to take a drink. It's not unaffiliated. It's just we don't have denominations that we ask. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing is, the Jews were very diverse, much more diverse than we tend to think. At that time period, you had the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Essenes, and there's some other groups sprinkled in there too. But like unaffiliated, I'm not sure how you would classify that. Does that make sense? All right. Anyway, moving right along. The spread of Greek culture and language is called. This is an easy one. Y'all got this one. The spread of Greek culture and language is called. Come on. Don't let me down, you guys. I know y'all know this. There we go. I got one on TikTok. How about you on YouTube? There we go. Hellenization. Very good. Very good. That was an easy one. All right, moving right along. Which Christian group lived in Palestine and taught that Jesus was a man and that Christians should keep the Torah teachings of Moses? Oof. Which Christian group? I feel like there's a a few different answers to this question, or a few different potential answers. Which Christian group lived in Palestine and taught that Jesus was a man and that Christians should keep the Torah teachings of Moses? I want to say the Ebionites. No, we all think. Help me out here. I need help with this one. All right, we're gonna here we go. Y'all ready? Which Christian group lived? Yeah, the Ebionites, right? Which Christian group lived in Palestine and taught that Jesus was a man and that Christians should keep the Torah or the teachings of Moses? Really, that's the very earliest Christians. The very first Christians believed you should still keep the Torah. Ebionites, fuck yeah. Boom. I deserve a reward for that. I'm going to reward myself with a sip of rum. All right. Next question. Which early Christian group taught that only by secret knowledge? Oh, I already know the answer to this one. Come on. Y'all do too. I know y'all do. Which early Christian group taught that only by secret knowledge may elite Christian spirits leave their bodies as Christ did when Jesus died on the cross? My God, why did you leave me behind? There we go. Yep. TikTok, YouTube, y'all already know. Boom. Easy. That's a gimme. Proud of you guys. Y'all know y'all's shit. Next question. A form of Christianity endorsed by some Christians in the 2nd and 3rd century, which promoted doctrines that later proved to be victorious in the development of Christianity. Oh, this is an easy one too. Not quite as easy as the last one. Come on. Yep. I know y'all know this. One more time. A form of Christianity endorsed by some Christians in the 2nd and 3rd century, which promoted doctrines that later, that's the key, later proved to be victorious in the development of Christianity. Come on. There we go. Oh, YouTube's got it. Y'all got it on YouTube. Where are you on TikTok? Mitochondria. God damn it, Jeff. But yes, y'all are correct. Proto-Orthodox. The Proto-Orthodox Christians are the ones that won out in the end. Prior to that, Christianity was very, very diverse. There were several different sects, like we already talked about the Ebionites. There's also the Marcionites. There was the Gnostics, the Valentinian Gnostics, and just a whole bunch of other groups. But it was the Proto-Orthodox Christians that won out in the end. That's not a term that they designated for themselves. That's a term that modern scholars have designated for them. The Gnostics were heretics, only according to the Proto-Orthodox Christians. Next question. Y'all ready? A form of Christianity endorsed by some Christians in the 2nd and... This is the same question. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. There we go. All right. Which early Christian group believed in 2 gods? I shouldn't even have to read the rest of the question. Y'all already know this. I know y'all do. Which early Christian group believed in 2 gods? The wrathful God of the Old Testament and the true God who never dwelt with the world or with Israel. Come on. I know. There we go. TikTok's got it. YouTube. There we go. Yep. Very good. The Marcionites. Yep. Marcion was the first one to actually look at the Bible, or the Hebrew Bible, critically and say that, hey, the Old Testament God, or the Hebrew Bible, or the God of the Hebrew Bible, seems to be very different from the God we're worshiping today. Because the God of the Hebrew Bible seems very wrathful, vengeful, angry, but this new God seems to be very loving, compassionate, forgiving, etc. So he was like, this can't be the same God. It must be two different gods. So Marcion started teaching that that Jesus came representing the new God as opposed to the old God. So yeah, that's how crazy early Christianity was. These types of ideas were pretty common. All right. Old Testament God needed anger management, right? Exactly. Which of the following was not unique to Judaism in the years before the Common Era? The covenant of God and people, or the laws of Yahweh conveyed as the teachings of Moses? Hold on. This is one of those confusing questions. Which of the following was not unique to Judaism in the years before the Common Era? Covenant of God and people, laws of Yahweh conveyed as the teachings of Moses. Scroll down. Oh, shit. Thanks, you guys on YouTube. That makes more sense now. Single temple on Mount Moriah. Or okay. Starting from the beginning, because yeah. I appreciate you guys on YouTube telling me I need to scroll down because I wasn't reading the whole question because I'm dumb. Which of the following was not unique to Judaism in the years before the Common Era? The covenant of God and people, laws of Yahweh conveyed as the teachings of Moses, animal sacrifices marking significant events, or single temple on Mount Moriah. See, I struggle with this one because there's a period where animal sacrifices are supposed to be banned, and then they start up again in the book of Hezekiah. Is it Hezekiah? Okay, not even gonna bullshit y'all. I'd have to think about. Sorry, cats are fighting. Bad kitty. All right. Yeah, I'd have to think about this one for a while. So we're just gonna find the answer together. Oh shit! I fucked up. Hit the wrong button. Animal sacrifices. So yeah, Eros, you're on TikTok, and several of you here on YouTube. Y'all were correct. I'm gonna take a sip on that one. Hey, Ree. Glad you could join us. We're doing some trivias. Some trivias. Okay. The canonical books of the New Testament were approximately begun. Hold on. The canonical books of the New Testament were approximately begun. What is this asking? Like it. Yeah, the canonical books of the New Testament were approximately begun. It would be like, if we're talking about the first books to be written would be the letters of Paul, probably most specifically First Thessalonians is probably the earliest written book in the New Testament, which is written about 50 AD. So is that what this question is asking? The canonical books of the New Testament were approximately. All right, we're just going to find out together. I'm not sure. Here we go. 50 to 120. Oh, so it's talking about like the entirety of the New Testament. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty like the period between 50 and 120 is like when all the books of the New Testament were written. Okay. That question was strangely worded. I'll take a sip anyway, though. All right. Let's go. Adobe. Unleash your creativity. All right. Skip fucking ad. All right. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. What is the earliest surviving manuscript of the New Testament to date? And I know y'all know this one. Come on. Who knows it? The absolute earliest manuscript of the New Testament. There we go. YouTube. There we go. TikTok and YouTube. Y'all got it. The answer is a fragment of the Gospel of John. But yes, the answer is P52. P45, Nick, is that's the fragment of John, or not John, Mark. It's dated about 50 years after P52. But it's like the middle 8 chapters of the book of Mark. So it's a really significant manuscript. But the absolute earliest, is P52, or as the flashcard indicates, a fragment of the Gospel of John. Cool. Amateur hour over here. What is this? The story of Jesus and the woman taken into adultery is, true or false, an original part of the gospel. Any guesses? This one's easy. Bonus points for anyone who can tell me which gospel this story is in. It's only in one gospel. Which gospel is it? Come on. Everyone's correct. False. False is the correct answer. It's not Matthew. John. Very good. The answer is John. Yeah. The story of the adulterous woman is only in the Gospel of John. And yes, it was added later. Our earliest manuscripts of the Gospel of John do not contain it. Which is crazy because every movie you watch about Jesus has this, even the Passion of the Christ had this story in it. But it was totally added later. Totally fabricated. All right. Next question. Are you ready? Who wrote the Bible? How much time do you have? Okay. Studying ancient manuscripts of words are hard sometimes. Let me start over. Studying ancient manuscripts of a specific writing in order to see what the author actually wrote and to determine which manuscripts preserve changes in the text is called Oh, we already got it. Omni Kevlar. On it. There we go. Eros, you're on TikTok. Y'all got it. Textual criticism. Y'all are fucking smart as shit. Okay. Next question. Which group believed in the authority of the oral law? Got to be honest, I'm not sure about this one. Which group believed in the authority of the oral law? That's such a vague question, right? I'm not crazy. That's the vague question, right? Which group believed in the authority of the oral law? Proto-Catholics? No, I don't think so. Pharisees? Maybe the Essenes? Okay, we're going to find out together because this is a weird question. Which group believed in the authority of the oral law? Here we go. Ready? The Pharisees, of course. Of course. That's such a weird question, though, because the Sadducees did too, and the Essenes did too. Like the Pharisees weren't the only ones. They were the most prominent at the time. They were the most aggressive about their position at the time. But I don't know. That was a weird question. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'll take a sip anyway. The Sadducees rejected it. The Sadducees were, as far as I'm aware, the Sadducees rejected like bodily resurrection, and I don't know. You might be right. I'll have to look into that. The Sadducees also didn't have much of a belief in the afterlife as much as like the Pharisees did, if I'm remembering correct. Anyway, we'll move on for now. Identify one discrepancy in the gospel accounts of Jesus' crucifixion. Ooh. Identify one discrepancy in the gospel accounts of Jesus' crucifixion. I'm really curious what's going to happen when I click on this, because there's a lot of examples. So the example that comes to mind for me is when Jesus, yes, the day that Jesus died. That's a very good one. That's probably the answer that this is going to give. But the answer that my mind goes to immediately is when Jesus drinks the wine on the cross. Because in Mark, our earliest gospel, it says he's given a mixture of wine and myrrh, and he refuses to drink it. And either Matthew or Luke, he's given the wine mixed with bile. So like wine that somebody threw up. And he tastes it, and then he refuses to drink anymore, right? And John, he drinks it. That's it. He just drinks it. And that's when he says it's finished. So, recap. And Mark, he refuses to drink the wine completely. And Matthew, Luke, he tastes it and refuses to drink anymore. And John, he just drinks it all. And then he dies. That's where my brain goes to immediately. But let's see what the flashcard says. The account of Mark has it occurring at 9 a.m., whereas John's account is taking place in the afternoon. There you go. Cheers. All right. And first century apocalyptic excuse me. Words are hard. In first century apocalyptic Judaism, the term Son of Man refers to what? Ooh. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. This isn't a hard one. We're just gonna skip. We're just gonna go right to it. So before I reveal the answer, it's just like man. It's just like a guy. The term Son of Man just refers to like a dude. A cosmic figure? Hold on. Oh, an apocalyptic Judaism. Okay, yeah, because all right, that makes sense. I'll take the L on this one. I'll take the L on this one. Because the Son of Man in like the book of Daniel is referring to a cosmic figure. But the term Son of Man just refers to like a guy, nothing crazy, really. But I'll take the L on this one. Cheers. Hey guys. All right, moving right along. Mark emphasizes in his gospel, true or false, that Jesus was publicly the Messiah. False. I'm going to go with false. What do y'all think? Mark emphasizes in his gospel that Jesus was publicly the Messiah. Yeah, no. There you go. TikTok's got it. YouTube's got it. Yeah. False. Right. The earliest gospel accounts, Jesus was very secretive. He wasn't trying to tell everybody. He wasn't trying to blast his business for everybody. And he told his disciples, when you go into the city, don't tell everybody who I am. Keep it to yourself. Yeah. And there's a reason for that. Ooh. The Gospel of Mark begins with blank. Come on, you guys. I know y'all know this. This is an easy one. Is it the virgin birth? Is it the turning water into wine? Is it the baptism by John the Baptism or John the Baptism? Fuck me. John the Baptist? The Logos? Which one? Come on. Demon possession? Could be. Maybe. Baptism. The answer is baptism. Boom. Jesus is baptized. The Gospel of Mark begins with Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist or John the Baptizer. Yeah. There's no birth narrative. There's no miracle of like turning the water into wine. The Gospel of Mark starts with Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist. And there's a reason for that. We're not going to go into that now, but there's a reason for that. Next. How many times does Jesus predict his death in the Gospel of Mark? How many times does Jesus predict his death in the Gospel? How many times? I'm not even going to bullshit y'all. I don't know the answer to this. How many times did he predict his death? Part of me wants to say 0. Part of me wants to say 3. Like a lot of you guys are saying. How many times? All right, we're just gonna find the answer. Here we go. You all ready? Y'all ready? 3. Fucking knew it. Yep. All right. I'll take the L on this one. Because I couldn't think of a definitive answer. The Septuagint is blank. Come on. This is an easy one. This is a give me. Y'all know this. What is the Septuagint, you guys? Who's going to get it first? There we go. Oh. Bonus points by Jay Barker for saying it's the Greek translation of the first 5 books of the Old Testament. That is correct. Ah, shit. Wrong button. The Greek. Yeah. The Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible. Okay, it's the Tanakh is the what's the word I'm trying to. All right, fuck. The Greek translation by 70-ish old guys. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right. We're going to move on. What is the synoptic problem? What is the synoptic problem? This one's easy. Yeah, a lot of Christians think it was the Old Testament. The Septuagint is like the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible translated into Greek. But originally the Tanakh was just the first 5 books, which you can look at and see that the Pentateuch, or the first 5 books of the Old Testament, are translated pretty well. Whoever translated the Pentateuch into the Septuagint knew what they were doing. They knew Hebrew very well. And then after that, it gets pretty dicey. That's when you get like mistranslations, like Isaiah chapter 7, when it talks about the virgin birth, when it's not talking about a virgin birth. It's talking about a birth of a young woman giving birth. So that's why scholars think, whoever translated the Pentateuch into Greek was fairly well educated, but then after that, the people who translated the rest of the Hebrew Bible, not so much, because they got a lot of things wrong. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, the synoptic problem. What is the synoptic problem? Yeah, it's the proper definition. Yeah, it's hard to put in words, but the synoptic problem refers to why Mark, Matthew, and Luke are so vastly, ever so vastly different from John. Looking at the similarities and differences between the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, to explain their literary sources. Oh, okay. Yeah, so. I'll take a half sip for that one. All right. Jesus, we're only like a third of the way through these. Y'all hanging in there? Everyone good? Appreciate y'all spending time with me. I really do. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. This occurred in order to fulfill what was spoken of by the prophet, is an example of oh shit. I know this one. Oh god, it's right on the tip of my tongue. This occurred in order to fulfill what was spoken of by the prophet. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy type like word. You know what I'm saying? Could I repeat that? Yes. Quote, this occurs in order to starting over. This occurred in order to fulfill what was spoken of by the prophet. End quote. Is an example of blank. I want to say like self-fulfilling prophecy, right? But I feel like there's a different word. Like self-fulfilling prophecy isn't a word that scholars really use. So I feel like something else is narrator speaking. Maybe. It's a good guess. All right, here we go. We're going to find out together. Y'all ready? Fulfillment citation. Okay. All right. I'm going to take the L on that one. Fulfillment citation. God damn it. I'm not even going to bullshit y'all. I would not have guessed that in a million years. I would not have. Here we go. Okay. What is the style of writing called that leaves out punctuation, capitalization, paragraph divisions, sentence divisions, and spaces between words? I don't expect y'all to know this one. This is if any of y'all have this answer, I will be very impressed. It's it's something continuum. Something continuum. Literarium continuum, something like that. Run on sentence, right? Okay, ready? Something continuum is what I'm going with. Here we go. Ready? Oh, scriptura continuum. Continua. God damn it. I was so close. Scriptura continua. Fuck. Anyway, yeah. So, for those who don't know, when these manuscripts were copied, there was no punctuation, there was no capital or lowercase letters, there was no spaces. Everything was like crammed together, which caused a lot of problems. When it came to like ancient scribes who were trying to copy, we have a there's a book called The Shepherd of Hermes, and he talks about how he had a hard he had to copy. He's copying a letter, and he's copying it letter for letter because he couldn't. He actually says, I could not distinguish between each letter, so I just copied it as I saw it, because That's how it worked. What's up, Ben? So yeah, imagine English. Now take away all the capital letters. There's no capital letters in English anymore. Now take away all the periods, apostrophes, commas, etc. Now take away all the spaces. Squish everything together. Now try to read a book that way. That's what ancient scribes had to deal with. When they try to copy things and they fucked up. They fucked up a lot. And it wasn't their fault. That was just the way literature worked back then. So yeah, mistakes were absolutely made, especially in the first 3 centuries CE. Anyway, jumping off my soapbox. Here we go. Next question. Marines. Join the Marines. Don't join the Marines. Don't join the Marines. Don't join the Army either. I joined the Army. Don't join the Army. Join the Air Force. If you want to go into the military, join the Air Force. Period. Bottom line, period. Join the Air Force. You will be taken care of in the Air Force. Marines, no. Army, no. Navy, no. Air Force, yeah, you're good. You're going to get the hookup. Anyway, next question. Where was Q finally discovered? Y'all are reading that right. Right? I'm not. Where was the answer? Is nowhere. 4chan. Oh my God, Riley, that is the best response ever to that question. Yeah, Q was discovered in 4chan. All right. Let's see what the answer is. It's still lost. Yeah, okay, yeah. That was a very misleading question, right? Who is going to ace this test? I'm going to guess it's this guy. And it's you guys. It's you guys. Right? Who's going to ace this test? You are. Oh, look at that. All caps, 2 exclamation points. I don't know about y'all, but I feel motivated as fuck right now after that. Did I fuck up? Hold on. I think I'm trying to. What the hell? What is happening right now? Hold on. Technical difficulties with the flashcards. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. What? Hold on. Well, why did it change from? Because before it was asking the question, and then I click and it gives the answer. Now it seems like it gives the answer and you click and it gives the question. Hold on. There. We'll figure this out. We got it. Okay, we got that one. What the hell is happening? Why are you doing this all of a sudden? I didn't change anything. Y'all are seeing this, right? I didn't do anything. It just, we were like halfway through. We were doing good. What the hell? What is happening right now? I'm not drunk. I am drunk, but I'm glad y'all are seeing it too. What the hell? All right, I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, so we got to 33 cards, 33 of 67. We're going to refresh the page. This doesn't make sense. What the fuck? Okay, maybe we're good now. Maybe we're good now. Okay. Who copied writings for multiple audiences? Who copied writings for multiple audiences? Who copied writings for multiple audiences? Ugh. I really don't know the answer to this one. Who copied writings for multiple audiences? Here we go. We're going to find the answer together. Y'all ready? Scribes. Fuck. That's dumb as shit. Come on. All right. I'm not going to dwell on that. We're just going to move on. Handwritten copy of a writing is called. This one's easy. Y'all know this one. Handwritten copy of a writing is called blank. Come on. TikTok, YouTube. Who's going to get it first? Come on. I know y'all know it. This is easy. There you go. TikTok went it first. No, oh, wait. I don't know who got it first. We got Metal Theologian and Omni Kevlar on YouTube and JB863. Okay. We'll call it a tie. Yes, the answer is manuscript. Yeah, that's an easy one. A handwritten copy of something is called a manuscript. in ancient terms? Autograph? Why does it give me the answer first all of a sudden? Oldest manuscript we have? We did that one already. It's P52. Boom. What? We did this already. What did I do wrong? Criteria for establishing text? There's multiple criteria for establishing text. Am I supposed to pick one? Criteria of dissimilarity, criteria of embarrassment, criteria of multiple witnesses, criteria of whatever the answer is. Age, distribution of manuscripts, considerations of style. The more, okay, this is, what the fuck is happening right now? What? Why is it giving us the answer before the question? Did I fuck something up in the settings? I never even went into the settings. What is happening? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, textual critic. We've been through this. First, okay, here we go. First New Testament book written. What's y'all's guess? I mentioned this earlier, actually. What is the very earliest book in the New Testament? Come on. I know y'all know this. Here we go. TikTok wins. First Thessalonians. Very good. Congratulations, Kate. You win. You win the day. The day is yours. Fuck. Why does it keep... Ugh. Why is it giving me the answer before the question? Y'all are seeing this, right? I'm not crazy. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but for like different reasons than this. Why is it giving me? We only have like 20 left. Why is it? How do I don't want to hint. I want to change. Okay, Quizlet is fucking weird, but it's okay. We're gonna figure it out together. We're having fun. Who had reports of his life that seemed very similar to Jesus and lived about the same time? Oh, I know this. I'll give y'all a hint. His name begins with A. Someone who's there we go. TikTok gets it. Jay Barker, Apollonius. Here we go. Y'all ready? Boom. Apollonius. Yeah. Apollonius was very similar to Jesus. He's very different too, but yeah. There's a lot of stories about Apollonius about like resurrecting people from the dead, healing people, etc. And he was alive the same time as Jesus. He died like he was born shortly after Jesus and died shortly after Jesus died. But supposedly they were alive at the same time. And a lot of the stories about him are very similar to Jesus. He just never claimed to be a Messiah. Anyway, all right. It's doing it again. Fuck it. The diaspora. Who knows what the diaspora is? Any clues? Any hints? Any guesses? The diaspora is an attempt made in the like 2nd or 3rd century to consolidate the 4 gospels into one. But this is like the answer given before the question, right? The Jews scattered throughout the world. Wait, what? What is happening right now? Jews around the world? Oh. Am I fucking dumb? Am I wrong as shit right now? I thought that the diaspora was like the text that Jesus fuck. What's the Pentateuch, you guys? First 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. Wait, and Numbers. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. The 5 scrolls. Sorry, y'all. I genuinely don't know what's going on with these flashcards. What am I supposed to do here? I don't know. Adobe Photoshop. Get Adobe Photoshop. You can generate butterflies and shit into your photos. Y'all see that? I'm not sponsored by Adobe. It's just an ad that popped up I was not expecting. And I'm trying to go with it. Y'all know? Take a drink. That's fair. I'm out. I got too many questions wrong. I'm out of drink. So, Alexander the Great. Is that a question? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Jesus. How do I fix this? Options. Maybe it's options. Answer with definition. Answer with term. Sort your cards to focus on the terms you need. No. Yeah. Okay. Ruler of Macedonia. Alexander the Great. Yeah. I've been to Macedonia. I went there on a military mission, and they have statues of Alexander the Great everywhere. And they have like vendors who want to sell like tourists paraphernalia about Alexander the Great everywhere. Yeah, they fucking love Alexander the Great over there. But God, Macedonia was a cool as shit place. Oh my God. I really enjoyed my time over there. They had really good what's it called? Rakia is like a Macedonian moonshine, like Macedonian moonshine. It's called Rakia. It's good as shit. Okay. Anyway, 6,000. Any guesses? Is that a number? Is that a what the fuck is happening? I thought we fixed this problem. It's cool. It's cool. No worries. What? Seriously, why the fuck is it giving us the answer before the question? I really don't know how to fix this. I used Quizlet a lot when I was in college. But apparently there's been some changes. It's very different now than it used to be. Hold on. What the fuck? Yeah, 6,000. How many Pharisees? The answer is 6,000. There were 6,000 Pharisees, you guys. I don't know what the context of that question is at all, but apparently, how many Pharisees? The answer is 6,000. Yeah, I don't know either. I really don't. What is happening? That's all right. Next, 4,000. 4,000 what? I'm going to guess Sadducees. Already? Essenes. The question was Essenes. Jesus fuck. All right. How do I... We only have 17 questions left. Why is it doing this now? We've gone through 50 questions. All of a sudden, it's like, we're going to give you the answer first, and you have to guess the question. Christ on a stick. What is happening? How do I try the options again? Yeah, options. Answer with term. Definition. It got drunk too. Nice. How many Sadducees? 2,000. I'm going 2,000. You ready? Oh, far fewer. My bad. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's happening right now. I really don't. We were doing so good. What happened with these flash? It's like whoever made these flashcards got drunk like 2/3 of the way in, and then was just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna fail. I don't, whatever. I'm just gonna write words. What the hell is going on? I should have vetted these flashcards before the stream. But the idea was I would just be just as oblivious to these flashcards as you guys would be. But apparently, yeah, I guess I should have vetted this shit. It's Pharisees. Pharisees what? Cool. All right. Sadducees. All right. Cool. There has to be a reason why it's giving me the answer before the question. Why is that? Why is it doing that all of a sudden? What? This genuinely makes no sense. Why all of a sudden did it start giving me the answers before the questions? Yeah, I'm definitely going to message Bart now. Yeah, he's well, not him. His secretary is, his name is Chris. I'll message him. And by Chris, you need to figure this shit out, man. This is weird. Tell Bart. Audio, no. Keyboard shortcut, no. Definition, term. This didn't seem to do anything. Study only starred terms? I didn't star any terms. Greco-Roman biography. What is the question? Why is it doing this? Oh my God. This is some bullshit, y'all. It really is. I don't know how to fix this. I'm trying. We were doing so good. We didn't have any issues for like 50 questions. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, I'm going to ruin your day now. And that's what it's doing. Are these directly from Bart or Sads? No, these are created by a student of this is how Quizlet works. These are created by a student taking one of Bart Ehrman's classes. So they created these flashcards to help study for this exam. Oh God, did I just ruin everything? Hold on. I hit a 1-week study streak. Oh man. Why is it? What's this button do? Shuffle. No, I'm not shuffling. I'm not shuffling. We only have 10 left. Why would I shuffle now? Ah. Test? What's test? Y'all want to take a test? Let's take a test. Quizlet Plus. Oh, I need to upgrade to take a. All right. We're done here, I guess. Jesus. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why it changed all of a sudden. Did. Oh wait, it's give me. All right. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with that. Yeah, that's kind of like where it went. Like, guess. Here's the answer. Now guess the question. Is weird. I was having fun. I was enjoying it, and then whatever happened, and now I'm like, don't know what to do here. And I couldn't fix it. Why did it change all of a sudden? I didn't click anything. Anyway, yeah, I suppose I can take questions since that whole ordeal didn't go. Oh my God, have I been live for an hour and 20 minutes? Jesus. Anyway, but yeah, I got a little bit more energy in me. If y'all got any questions here on TikTok or YouTube, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm just going to close this out. All right. How many records do I have? 0. I have zero records. My musical talent is pretty minimal. You know, I have a little bit. I play bass guitar. So the chances of, you know, a bass guitarist having a record is slim to nothing. So yeah, I don't have a lot of records to my name. An apologist said 1 Timothy 1:10 is against slavery. I know it is a forgery, but do you think it is against slavery? Hold on. First Timothy 1:10. Is this the there's no slave nor freeman or Greek or Gentile, no man or woman type that verse? Oh no, it's for the sexually immoral, homosexuals, slave traders, liars, perjurers, and whatever else is contrary to sound teaching. Okay, what was the question? Yeah, that is in Galatians. You're right. You're right. So bottom line is nothing in the Bible is against slavery. I'm not sure about the particular specific context of this passage, but what I can tell you is slavery was very normal, very regulated, very expected at the time, and even after. If you read the writings of the early church fathers after the books of the New Testament are written, Tertullian, Irenaeus, Justin Martyr, Athanasius, St. Augustus of Hippo, guys like that writing 2-3 centuries after the New Testament, they're still talking about slavery. They're still trying to regulate it. Right? They're still like, in fact, when even after Constantine conquered Rome, I forget who it was, but slavery changed after that somewhat. Like suddenly you had people saying, you had people asking, can slaves take on leadership roles in the church? And the answer was, as long as their master gives them permission to do so. Right. So, no, there's nothing against slavery in the Bible, even within 3 centuries after the Bible's written. There's nothing against it. They're trying to regulate it the entire time. Yeah. Anyway. All right. All right, where are we at? I looked up the word slave trader and it showed up kidnapping. That's one definition, yeah. Like when you look into like Greek words for certain things, that definitions are pretty ambiguous. But when it comes to slavery, yeah, it means like your property. Especially when you get into Hebrew. It's even more ambiguous in Hebrew, but it still means your property of someone else. Yeah. Scripture for All, yeah. Scripture for All is a very good site. I use it very often. How do I deal with a back to TikTok? Sorry, I've been ignoring y'all on my TikTok stream. How do I deal with a family heavily invested in the AG? Oh God. Oh God. I grew up Assemblies of God, which is why I say that. How do I deal with a family heavily invested in the AG when it walked from belief in a God? Oh, gee. Yeah, AG usually stands for Assemblies of God, if I'm understanding that correct. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to um when it comes to leaving religion, uh especially one that your family is so heavily invested in, there's really no easy way to do it. Um it's going to suck. It's not going to be fun. They're not going to like you for it. Um there's really no easy way to do it. Um based on my experience and based on the many stories I've heard from other people. When you leave a religion, it's just not easy. There's just no easy way to do it. No matter what your denomination is, it's not fun. Right. I still have family members that I can't talk to anymore, that I used to talk to all the time, but I can't talk to them anymore because it's not just they're religious; they're also like batshit crazy QAnon conspiracy theorists. But it's like when I was a child, I had like aunts and uncles that I loved and played with and went over the house and had a great time. But now I'm older and they're crazier, and it's like you're going to lose connections when you deconvert or when you deconstruct. It's just going to happen. It's not fun. It's not comfortable. There's no way to make it comfortable. You just got to kind of go through it. You know, the best advice I can give is find a community of like-minded people that will make you feel accepted and understood. Yeah. So the Assemblies of God, they believe in the spiritual gifts like speaking in tongues, prophesying, healing, things like that. Yeah, it's a charismatic Pentecostal. So like think like what's his why is his name escape me now? Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn would be like a charismatic Pentecostal, which is Assemblies of God. So they believe, the spiritual gifts. They believe they never stopped. There's certain people or most denominations are called cessationists, which means they believe the spiritual gifts or the miraculous gifts stopped with the first apostles. So the earliest apostles could like resurrect people from the dead, heal people, speak in tongues, do all these things. But after they died, the spiritual gifts just went away. And that's what cessationists believe. But Pentecostals, charismatic Pentecostals, like Assemblies of God, like the Church of Christ, denominations like that, believe that those gifts are still active and still practiced. I don't know if Greg Locke is Assemblies of God. I don't think he is, but you don't have to be Assemblies of God to be charismatic Pentecostal, and especially not to be just Pentecostal. There's lots of denominations that hold to varying nuanced beliefs. It's so dumb. Did you ever find the empty tomb as a good argument as a believer? No, I never did. And the reason is because around that time period, in and around the first century, we have a lot of empty tomb stories. A lot. Look up the Satyricon. Look up what's it called? Anyway, look up any literature in and around the first century. There's a lot of empty tomb stories. It was very common at the time. And the reason is because grave robbery was very common. So what would happen is you'd have a loved one who would die, and you'd bury them in a tomb, and someone would come and steal the body. And you as the loved one, like that was your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, you couldn't bear the thought of that body being stolen. So what you did is you came up with a story about them being taken up by the gods, right? Oh, his body wasn't stolen by grave robbers? No, he was taken up by the gods. So those stories were very, very common at the time, and we have a lot of them. So no, I never found that argument particularly convincing. What do you think gives philosophy a bad reputation? The technicality or the apologists? Jesus, I'm not a philosopher. I don't do a lot of philosophy. When it comes to apologetics and counter apologetics, the arguments used, the philosophical arguments that are used, falls short because they don't account for any other god. Like normally you have like white Christian men in America, right? Making these philosophical arguments for the existence of God. And then you come along and you're like, how is that an argument for Yahweh? How is that an argument for one single God named Yahweh, who's omnipotent, omnipresent, omnibenevolent, omnitemporal, who sent his son to be born of a virgin to die for us, and he's going to come back later and kill everybody who's not Christian? And yeah, that's how it's going to work. Like how does that? There's no philosophical argument that achieves that. You can't say, like, you can say there's philosophical probability or possibility or even what's the word I'm looking for? Explanatory power is a term apologists like to use. Like there's more explanatory power in the existence of a God. Okay, cool. Let's say God exists. What now? They immediately expect you to jump from that to Christianity is true. No, there's a billion things in between. Maybe there's a God and Christianity is true. So I think that's where philosophy fails. You can philosophically say that there's a possibility that God exists, but beyond that, that's all philosophy can do. It can't do anything other than that. Like, science begins as philosophy. If philosophy cannot progress past science, it dies. And that's all the God hypothesis has done. It is never like even passed the criteria as a hypothesis. So it's like, how are we supposed to take this argument seriously? You can't test this. You can't recreate it in the lab. You can't demonstrate it. You can't find evidence for it. You can't measure it. You can't trace it. You can't do anything to suggest that this God exists other than some sort of philosophical argument. That's it. That's the only argument you can make. And that's where it dies. It dies there. That's it. It doesn't go any farther than that. As soon as you start asking for physical evidence, scientific evidence, measurable evidence, it's not there. They're just like, no, just rely on the philosophical evidence. Just trust the philosophical evidence. And that's not how philosophy works. That's not how science works. That's not how reality works. Anyway, I think I went on a really long tangent there. I wasn't trying to go on. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that was at least somewhat entertaining. But yeah, I think that's why philosophical arguments fail. They don't progress past philosophical arguments. There we go. Quote this. Clip this. Philosophical arguments fail because they can't progress past philosophical arguments. That's it. You can't take the next step. You can't go beyond that. It stays at philosophical. That's it. You can't demonstrate it. You can scientificize it. I'm just fucking around now, but you get my point. You when it comes to arguments for the existence of God, it can't go beyond philosophy. It just can't. Never will, unless God shows up and says, hey, here I am, measure this, bitch. But he never will. Or maybe he will. I don't know. Shit. Who am I? Who am I to say? Anyway. Why do Catholics think their church is the one true church and that... and what are your thoughts? Okay. So Catholicism emerged out of... We talked about this a little bit earlier when we were going through the flashcards. The Catholic Church emerged out of what's called the proto-Orthodox Christians. Prior to the mid 4th century, prior to Constantine conquering Rome, Christianity was all over the place. They were sects that believe in multiple gods. There were like the Marcionites, the Ebionites believed that you had to be vegan. There were the Valentinian Gnostics who believed like Jesus didn't actually die. He kind of did. It just looked like he did, but he didn't really because he was God. So like Christianity was all over the place in the first 3 centuries. But there was one group that scholars call the Proto-Orthodox Christians. They were the ones that were focused the most on evangelizing and proselytizing. I think those 2 words are synonymous. They were the ones that were most focused on proselytizing. They were the ones telling everybody, you're wrong, I'm right. Now, these other groups did that too, but this group was the most aggressive about it, and they were the most successful about it. And in the end, Constantine conquered Rome, and he learned about this Proto-Orthodox Christianity, which would later become called Catholic, from his mother. So when he went to storm the bridge to conquer Rome, I forget the name of the guy he was fighting. But he had this vision of like the fuck was anyway. He had a vision. He thought it was God, and so he adopted Christ as his patron into his patronage, I guess to say. Anyway, all that to say, I know I kind of went off on a semi-incoherent tangent, but Constantine didn't know a whole lot. He knew some stuff, but he didn't know a whole lot about Christianity, theology, about the God of Christianity. And when he conquered Rome, he just kind of empowered this idea. He was like, yeah, this is because he had this vision. He thought this vision represented this God, and he gave power to the Proto-Orthodox Christians, which was now called Catholic. So what happened is he took land from the Jews and he gave it to the Catholic Church. He commissioned scribes to make copies of the New Testament books and divvied them out to the bishops of the churches throughout the Roman Empire. So that's why. Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, Catholicism became the status quo, I guess you could say, because they were the most diligent in their proselytizing and condemning of anybody else who thought anything different. Okay, hope that made sense. Sorry, guys. The sauce is hitting me, so my words are not even completing, apparently. I can't even remember what I was just saying. Okay. You helped me along my journey to liberate my mind. Oh, good. I'm glad you found my bullshit helpful. No, really. I really do. I appreciate hearing that. I never get tired of hearing that kind of feedback. I feel like you're doing right now is explaining why I guess I should phrase this in a differase? Did I forget how to read just now? Differase? What does that mean? Yeah. I'm surprised you're talking to me. I will always talk to you, Andrew. Every time. DM me. Call me. All right? Just kidding. No, I'm just trying to keep up with the comments on multiple streams at once. Anyway. All right. I think I'm ready to wrap this up. This has been a lot of fun. Again, the sauce is hitting me. I'm pretty tired. I should probably go to bed. But I appreciate you guys. Oh shit, it's Sunday. That means my kids have to go to school in the morning. Anyway. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope y'all learned some stuff. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I got TikTok going. I got YouTube going. I need to put my YouTube outro. Here we go. Okay, YouTube. Love you guys. Here's the
Hold on to your butts.